Hello guys, I hope you are good. So welcome back my YouTube channel Salesforce. And so if you are new in this channel, so please subscribe my YouTube channel for more updates regarding like this. Okay, so if you want to learn like LWC in Salesforce and deep and dive, so you can watch my these videos I posted in my channel. So let's get started without any further delay. So today I'm going to show you how to set up VS Code with Salesforce. Okay, so it's the basic things. It's the first step. Okay, once you once you want to work on LWC, Lightning Web Component. So this is the prerequisite, how to connect like a Salesforce and VS Code IDE. Okay, so before that, I have some point to configuration these all things. Okay, first of all we have to need to install like git. Okay, git in your system like some software, node.js, then VS Code. Okay, under the VS Code we have to install like Salesforce extension pack. Okay, then we have to install Java JDK, Java Development Kit. Okay, and if you add more softwares like in coming videos you can see. Okay, so this is the prerequisite to configure like Salesforce with VS Code. Okay, so let's get started with our some drawing. Suppose that this is the Salesforce environment, suppose. Okay, and now this is VS Code. So both environment is different. Okay, so how to connect to each other? For example, like I am writing as a Salesforce org. Okay, Salesforce org, and this is VS Code ID. Okay, like VS Code ID. Okay, and how to connect to each other? Okay, like I want to connect these like Salesforce org to we can say that as a VS Code. Okay, so first of all we need to install all required software like as we discussed earlier. Okay, and after that you have to create one developer account, Salesforce account. Okay, and then you can see this account I already created. Okay, and after that you have to go in setup. Under the setup you have to check with quick find, and in this quick find you have to search like as a DevHub, because I need to create some scratch over. So if you don't know about the scratch over DevHub all the things, so I will explain in upcoming videos. Okay, for now you have to enable this like DevHub. Just click this DevHub. Okay, once you click this DevHub, so here you can see one small, you cannot disable this setting because once you enable this, so you cannot disable this. Okay, so here you can see like enable DevHub. Okay, so you can read this point with about the DevHub, what is DevHub, and here we can use DevHub. Okay, so with the help of this point we can understand. Okay, like that. So you can link namespace or to DevHub for using scratch out with namespace like that. Okay, so now I am just enable this DevHub. So here you can see once you enable, we cannot disable it again. Here you can see. So this is the first step. Enable DevHub, and now it's time to open VS Code. And here you can see like before starting these things, so our prerequisite is like git download for window. Okay, so once you go this website, okay, like as a git scm.com, so here you can see this latest source release 2.31.1 something like that. So I will paste these all the links, required software links, in comment section. Okay, so you can reach out them. Okay, so this is the one thing you have to install this Git, then node download for Windows, and this is the first link. Just click this and here we go. You can see like download LTS long-term system. Okay, here you can see this is a window installer zip file. Based on your requirement you can install, but I suggest you have to install this 64-bit as a MSI, like 64-bit. And now again VS Code download, and this is the another software link. Just click this download VS Code. Okay, once you click this, so this is the first link, like as a download to VS Code. Just click this one, and I want to add more things like as a 5 point Salesforce CLI. Salesforce CLI. Okay, this thing. And here you can see this is a Visual Studio code page. If you want to install for Windows, you can install with the help of these things. And if you are using like as a Linux Ubuntu, so you can download with the help of this link. And if you are using Mac, so you can use this link. Okay, so I will post these links under the comment section, so you can directly download that software from here. Okay, and come to the Salesforce CLI. Salesforce CLI download like that. So once you click this, so this is the first link for Salesforce CLI, means command line interface. Okay, so yeah, so once you enter these things, so this is for Mac, Windows, Linux, based on your operating system you can download, and based on your system bit like 64-bit and 32-bit. Okay, so this is the Salesforce CLI. So these four, and another is Java, but Java is not required right now. Okay, because it's a different purpose. So now these four software mainly used in LWC most of the time. Okay, so this is CLI. So now come to the our uh, VS VS Code. Just click new window, and once you download this VS Code, so here you can see this type of environment, like as a blank environment. Okay, this is a fresh window, VS Code. Okay, so if you install VS Code, and if you want to connect this VS Code under Salesforce environment, so first of all we need to authorize an org. Okay, so now once you open this VS Code, then we have to open command palette like Control Shift P, and here you can see this is the first command. Once you write like sfdx create project with Minifest, so here you can see this is the first command. Okay, so you have to create this project with Minifest. Okay, click this and wait for few seconds to getting new templates, like as a standard. Here you can see like standard, empty, and analytics. So choose this first option, and I will explain other things like empty and analytics later on videos. Okay, so just click this default standard and give your project name like VS Code setup, something like that. You can give any name. So right now I'm giving this name, setup. Okay, just enter, and where you want to save this project and which location. So I want to save this as a desktop, so you can uh, choose any drive. So right now I'm taking this desktop. Under the desktop I want to create one folder like VS Code, something like that. Under this VS Code, just click this VS Code and create. Okay, so here you can see, yeah, So our project is created successfully. Here you can see this is the project structure and LWC folder structure. You can see like VS Code config, something like a force-app, manifest, script, and sfdx-project.json, something like that. So our project created successfully right now, and it's time to connect this project with Salesforce. So how to do that? So there are simple steps to run these project under the Salesforce. Okay, so what is the steps is, so just you have to click like Control Shift P and just type like as a authorize and debug. Just a second, guys. Yeah, so just you have to write in command palette, just Control Shift P and authorize a debug. Just click this first command like sfdx colon authorize a debug. Just click this. Once you click this, so it's a automatic redirect our login.salesforce.com sites. Okay, here you can see one command is going on. Yeah, here you can see, and after some time it's open a page like as a login page, our login page. Under the login page we have to enter like as a username and password with Salesforce. Okay, so once it's executed, so you can see one window is coming. Yeah, so here you can see our login.salesforce.com URL is open. Now it's time to enter your username and password. So let me click username and password. Just click this, and here you can see this is my newly created org. So just copy this username and paste it here. Okay, then you have to enter your password at the time of account creation. You will be got these things. Okay, like I mention my password like this and login. Okay, now here you have to, if you want to save this into the browser memory, so you can browse and save it. So here you can see it's a automatic redirect and asking Salesforce CLI allow access or not. So definitely you have to click this button like allow and just allow this. And once you allow these things, now yeah, so here you can see our org is authorized successfully. You can see this environment is open now. Okay, and in VS Code also you can search see in output console like successfully authorized, something like that. This is the username with org ID. This is the org ID. Okay, so our successfully authorized the org. Okay, so it's time to create our like as a scratch org. So scratch org is nothing but it's a disposable org. After use this org you can delete this org, and you can for basically use for this scratch org only for the developer. Like if you develop something, so you have to create some scratch org, then this scratch org all the codes push into the our non scratch org, and this scratch org non scratch org the code is will be going to further process like they test UAT staging and production like that. So the basic steps is scratch org. So scratch org is nothing but it's a disposable org. Okay, so now it's time to create our scratch org. So how to create that? Just type like Control Shift P and search like create default scratch org. Enter. This is the directory where it is saved, like project hyphen scratch hyphen def.json. Just choose this and give your scratch org. So right now I'm giving like VS Code like that scratch org name. Enter, and here it is asking like enter the number of days, because it's starting, because scratch org having only 30 days time. Okay, so like 1 to 29, 1 to 30. So you can mention by default here 7, and you can mention like as a 30, the maximum. Just enter, and one command is going on, like create a default scratch job. Okay, before that here you can see like no default org set. Once it will create, so here you can see the our alias name as a VS Code, as we mentioned in command palette. Okay, so just wait for few seconds, and after that you can see like here you can see VS Code. Okay, so that is our scratch. Okay, and yeah, so here you can see like create a default scratcher successfully ran. So our scratcher is created successfully. Now it's time to set a default scratcher. So Control Shift P, set a default home. Just enter, and here you can see like VS Code. Okay, so just enter this one, and here you can see set a default scratcher. So it's a default successfully. Now it's time to open our default scratcher. So the beauty of the default like as a scratcher is no need to worry about the enable the domain name. Because it's a, by default enable the domain name scratcher. Okay, so let me open the scratcher. How to open? So with the help of this icon we can open, otherwise we can use command palette. So I'm clicking this icon, just click this, and here you can see open default org. So it's open the default org shortly. Okay, so here you can see like our default scratcher is open, and here you can see connect hyphen connect, something like that. So because of it's a Salesforce provide this domain by default automatically. Okay, so that's why it's creating this URL. Okay, so our scratcher is done. So if you want to create some components, so you can create like as a Aura and LWC, so you can create. So this is the basic things to integrate like as a Salesforce with VS Code with Salesforce, like that. Okay, so if you like this video, so please subscribe my YouTube channel and share comment. Okay, so I need more subscribers for this channel, so that's why I'm saying like that. Okay, so please keep safe, stay home, and we'll see you soon. See ya. Bye bye.